Right, and welcome back to XCOM2 War of the Chosen. Here's the summary of what happened. I started with the Guerrilla Tactics School. We went into research and went for hybrid materials. We got ourselves the first mission. Basically, we can scan for a scientist here, which is perfect, and our first mission has an engineer in it. So boy oh boy, we are lucky, but we now need to also pull it off. I built a flashbang. We're going to go in with a standard loadout and an experienced team. The only thing that we're going to change from the standard loadout is I don't like shotguns at the very beginning. They are 4 to 6 damage, which is fine, but they will get us into trouble. So another assault rifle. So that's our standard team. The prime crew, the crop of the crop. And I expect nothing else other than a really clean mission, guys. So go get them. Trying to level the main team as fast and as far as I can, because I am of the opinion that with the reduced experience gain, we're going to run into the situation where we're not only outgunned, but if this prime crew can't use their skills in order to walk us through the missions, then we're actually going to have a big problem. So, protect the enemy device, neutralize all enemies, protect our device and neutralize all enemies. Let's take a look here. That's the device. Unfortunately, the device doesn't have more hit points just because we are prolonging the dark timers. That is very unfortunate because it means we are going to take bad decisions no matter how we're going to decide. Let's take a very first peek here. This is a dangerous move, but I'm willing to take the risk. This is insofar a dangerous move as there could have been a pack here, and by moving up here, they definitely would have spotted us out. Edgar Allan Poe is going to take high ground. Ranman here is not going to blow our cover, so I want you to stay really, really focused and calm. It is an easy mission, which means we're going to face up against 2 or 3 packs. That's fine so far, but I don't know if the device will survive long enough in order for us to get there. As you can see, we're taking a pretty aggressive route here. I'm just double checking one thing here. If that would have been high ground, we would have been in a pretty decent position. Since it's not, we're coming in from this side. They basically have full cover. And the only real high ground that we can find is up here with the movement along the pipe here. So this angle of approaching is really not good, but I also don't know if there's more than just an opening here. And quite frankly, I don't want to take the risk. So what we are going to do is we're going to advance as far as we feel comfortable. Since we haven't spotted out any enemy so far, might as well advance and push our luck a little bit. Alright, the closest pack is up here, which is, by the way, coincidentally also the one that is attacking. Now we do have a second pack that is attacking the device as well. We know there's a sectoid plus trooper pack over there. There's an explosive here. But yeah, I mean, we really have a very limited window. There was yet another sectoid here, there's a sectoid here, and there's a pack here. So we know where all of the 3 packs are, which is an advantage. At the same time, since the pack is here, I think this here is going to be spotted out, so can't really move over there. Which means we're going to take the only position which has full cover and somewhat of a decent range. Oh, I was wrong. We can move into this area, which is fine. So let's aggressively advance. There we go. That's the second pack I was talking about. And it's tricky to position the sniper. If we position up here, this high ground is going to block all of the shots towards this side. If we position him over here, that's likewise going to block a couple of the shots to the other side. I'm still going with low cover here because more enemies can be seen from this position. So now we're in the unfortunate situation of either waiting it out without really knowing how much HP the device has. If I'm recalling correctly, it was about 40 HP. It has been hit for 4, 3, and 3, so that's 10 down. Which means we have some more time to wait. Our biggest issue will be that if we're now engaging these guys here, we're going to have 2 enemies at the same time. So 2 pots at the same time. This pack here is 16 plus 8, so that's 24. This here is 20 plus 8, 28 hit points. We're not going to deal as much, enough damage to justify the decision. Which means we're going to bank on a little bit more time because we want to stay healthy. 14 points of damage. Situation is not getting any better. I think these guys are not going to move. These are going to move around. So we need to make a call here. And it's definitely not an easy one. If we were to throw a grenade into them, it'll be like 3, maybe 3 points of damage. So that's 9. It'll take away a little bit of the cover here. We do have a flashbang, which would at least counter the sectoid. That could be a thing. Yeah, we could go ham and melee the sectoid, but no, let's be real. We're not going to do that. Yeah, I mean, for all I know, well, it's not going to be a fun start. So let's 8 protocol random here, because he's probably going to be the one that they are trying to shoot at. He's the only one in half cover. We're going to Overwatch. Random is going to pull them with his grenade. Zirkim here is going to Overwatch. Edgallion Poe is going to Overwatch. Since we're still stealthed, our Overwatch will not have an actual penalty. And we need to take these guys out, really. I mean, seriously. This here would probably be the most damage from the grenade. No, not most cover removal. This here would be most cover removal. Think we need a little bit more cover removal, so this one here is probably going to get the cut, which means I think we're going to look at 2 damage each. If we're going for here, it's at least once 3 damage, but I think the cover removal is more beneficial. They would move up to here and here, or back here and here. Let's take the more damage, because therefore we leave this one cover open, which is actually a pretty okay position for them to take. It's half cover. And it's not flanking anyone. Yeah, 3, 3, and 2. That's okay. Could have been better, would have been worse. Did we just pull yet the other pack as well? Oh yeah, we pulled the third one as well. Okay, we're fucked. We are very officially and 100% dead. Unless they continue to harass that machine here, which would be really helpful if they would decide to do that. We are going to have such a bad time. It's not even going to be funny anymore. Gosh. There's the flank. Luckily, well, it's not a flank. No, it wasn't a flank. This one is a flank. That's very much a flank. Oh, wow. This one wasn't. He actually had full cover against this guy. So I can see why he missed. The other one was sheer luck. And boy, oh boy, they are going ham on the device. We are still alive. How is this even possible? How is that even remotely possible? Well, time for a tactical retreat, I would say, gentlemen. Because this here smells like poo-poo. Might want to fall back here and like take this guy. We're currently holding onto our problem is we can't move because this guy here is overwatching us, and I want us to hold onto our flashbang grenade because the mind control, 2 mind controls are still on the board. If we were to go for a grenade over here, that'll kill 1. This here is removing overwatch. That would kill at least the captain. But I think the more pressing matter is to get rid of the 2 flanking entities here. We do have a problem with the overwatch. I mean, his position is technically sound. It might not look like that, but it is technically sound. We could get him. And then this here is 5 hit points, so maybe Renman, instead of grenading, just moves back and flanks this guy. That could be a thing. I still haven't dealt with the 5 hit points here. Could try to finish off this guy, but that would leave the sectoid alive, which is a pretty bad idea. We need to fall back, because elsewise we're getting flanked, and that's just not the situation where we want to be in. We can go behind that door, which is a pretty decent position. They can't really flank us there. Actually, you know what? I mean, that's a very, very decent position. If we were to flashbang this round, just to stay in the game, so to speak, I mean, that's 4 guys down, right? Alternatively, yeah, that's 4. We can reach these 4, 5 even. Oh gosh, that's a pretty decent flashbang. I mean, all else considered, that's probably a pretty good play. These here won't hit for shit. The overwatch is gone. Question of the day would be who's taking care of this gentleman. I mean, Renman could move in, I suppose, but he would leave himself like totally exposed here, which is almost a death wish in itself. That here would be a problem. Using the flashbang now would prevent this guy here from reanimating, but he still has both his reanimation and his mind spin. I think the mind spin is now on cooldown, so he has his reanimation still, which he can't do because no one can be reanimated, so he's effectively going to take a shot next turn. Advanced tactics here. Still a problem with his Overwatch. Are we going to take the shot and just run back and then throw the flashbang? Also not a good idea. We are victims of only bad options. Putting 3 packs in the second mission is just so unbelievable terrible. I shouldn't have done that. Specifically not after our good start. No, we could move here, take this guy, pull the Overwatch. Or we play it safe. Or we actually kill this guy on the spot, which wouldn't be too bad. Then we grenade all of this, because we still got solid cover here against this guy. And then we move back and throw the grenade. Yeah, that's the play we're going to aim for. We just need to kill this guy now. Come on. Sword time. 88%. That's 88%. 10% crit. 40% crit. Why would you even use the sword? I mean, this guy literally positioned himself into a situation where he could be slaughtered with the weapon. But yet, well, I'm not going to start the rant about melee damage. So that's a good chance, a very solid chance of killing this guy. Come on.
I'll get him next time.
Sirkim, I am disappointed. I just want you to know that I am really disappointed. Because now we have no other choice than moving back here, taking the Overwatch shot like a little retard. And taking yet another 80% shot. Okay, at least that one worked.
No longer a threat. On my way.
Okay, moving back. And staying true to our original plan of eliminating the most enemies from the battlefield for 1 round. By the way, now the sectoid down here could reanimate, which by the way he's going to do because he's not stupid. So we can hit all 3 here, meaning that the sectoid cannot reanimate. I think that's still the best play. Probably. Nah, let's take 5 and see how we can deal with the reanimation. Alright, 5 disorientations. Not surprisingly, the sectoid moves in and... Oh, whoa! Much to our surprise, he reanimates. Who would have thought that?
No respite for the dead.
Completely surprising to see the AI at work. We wouldn't have known it before.
I'm pinned down here.
Oh my god, we are so effed. Luckily, this here is like the biggest mimic beacon that you could imagine. Everyone's just like jamming onto it. Fair enough. It's effective. It's to our advantage, so I'm not going to complain. Now, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to see here. We're going to see a grenade, because now the sectoid needs to die. And all of the next rounds will be us trying to kill the sectoid and making sure that we do it in a proper fashion. Okay, so here we go. 20 hit points. That's 2 from the grenade. Luckily, we have gimped everything to a point where even the sectoid So many hit points. Come on, buddy. Nice little crit. Good job. Edgar Alien Poe is delivering in this mission. I like it. So we're going to 8 Protocol Random because he still has the mark. That will barely offset the mark. And we need to kill the Sectoid. And luckily for us, we score a couple of crits. Which means we might even be able to survive this encounter. So, moving to here allows us to still take a shot like an idiot, because I forgot about the Overwatch. Are you telling me we're not being able... How's that possible? I double checked, and because he now shot the door, I can no longer see the Sectoid. Oh wow. The game is being mean. Let's see, it's a 50-50, I think even lower, 33% to max damage the grenade. Come on, buddy. Of course. 1 damage short.
I'm taking fire.
I wonder how many more hit points we do have on this beacon. Because this is getting ridiculous. Don't mind control him. Okay, he's panicked, that's fine. He even drew the Overwatch, which is also fine. Hunker down or shoot. Yep, shoot is good. He killed the Sectoid. Good job, Random. Because that killed our largest problem, which was the zombie. Cool. Yeah.
Taking heavy fire.
Wow. This here is not working as planned. For whatever reason, Sirkim can't see anyone. Moving into the spot where the Sectoid was, he's not even allowed to move into any spot. Oh, whatever happened here, this is now a solid wall. Target preview doesn't allow us to see anything. We can't move through the wall. Thank you for the bugs. That was exactly what we were missing in this already easy peasy mission. A couple of extra bugs from the game. Good. Yeah, well. Might be able to take out one of them. I mean, this here wouldn't be too bad of a move. It still takes another grenade from us, but I feel with getting him down, we're getting one step closer to regaining control of the situation. As you can see, we're falling back.
Target neutralized. I'm running low on ammo.
I don't know. I mean, this door here effectively does not exist anymore. So might as well try to move up to here and then flank them next turn. Although it's a very dangerous position to be here because we still have 5 more enemies over there. Yeah. I still think it's worthwhile.
At least we know where they are.
Wow.
Taking fire over here.
Wow. Right, the enemy starts to reload. Well, it's somewhat a good sign because they're running out of ammunition. Well, not really. They just need to reload. Our big fat mimic beacon works. And our distraction maneuver worked as well. Let's see whether or not we can kill the next sector. I mean, honestly, these guys have too many hit points to just burst them down. And we're too slow to get to here, which would be a perfect spot for a flanking maneuver. We're out of grenades as well, so we have to deal with that full cover in one shape or form. This here would be perfect, but since the door is bugged, we can't use it. This here would be decent as well. It'll, at least through the angle, allow us to have a little bit better shot. Moving over here is also good because we would flank this guy here and could take a couple of decent shots. Not too bad. I mean, yeah, this here would flank effectively two of them at the same time. If we position ourselves here and here, the sectoid won't move in because he doesn't like to be flanked. And every single spot that he could stand on, he would be either flanked from here or from here. And even if he runs behind the wall, he would be flanked as well. I'm a little bit afraid about the 20 hit points, but I'm likewise afraid about him doing some shenanigans with his reanimation. However, 50-50 shots are not necessarily what we need right now. This here is a full, respectively half cover. One that can't be broken by him. He can't move into any position. I think this here is too far. He can't move like right here. But we can't let him fight against them alone. I mean, Circum is good, but how is he supposed to survive that? He had given us he had pulled off this guy and this guy, so that's almost enough time. I don't know if we can ask for more. But on the other side, we can't allow actions to be wasted at the moment. Oh, that was suboptimal. Very unfortunate. Okay, we're going to do what I intended to do in the first place, which was moving into a better spot. And if we crit from here, that might as well kill him. Yeah. If we don't hit, on the other hand, that might as well deal nothing whatsoever. Alright, Circum is in a solid position there. Let's try to wiggle this guy down. Of course. We're hitting against shots into full cover, but we failed to deliver the other ones. Not a very good round, guys. Not a very good round. And that really doesn't help us at all. Told you that he won't advance. But what I did not tell you is that he still has his cooldowns, and I was very much aware about that.
That was close.
We're being incredibly lucky here. Well, not so much on this front.
Down here.
Okay, I think we can abuse a trick here, which is attack through the wall and try to kill this guy. So, way back, getting into cover, and with a nice little melee vulnerability, we do have a very, very good chance of killing this guy. Keep in mind, we still don't have any form of 33% is not good.
Ready to rock.
We don't have any more flashbang grenades, so we need to kill him this round unless we want to deal with this unfortunate zombie. And we're also out of ammunition, which means everyone has to reload. We're looking at 2 hits into full cover. That's not going to work out. Come on. Okay, that was number 1. Even if I'd move into full cover from here, and therefore make it more difficult for him to be hit, we still have to deal with the zombie. And I feel that zombie has enough distance. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, easy. He can attack our sniper. So even if we'd move further back, he can certainly attack the sniper. So if that would be poker, we're pot committed at this stage in the game. We need to kill the sectoid, and the high cover is not helping us at all. Okay. We have no stock, we have nothing, so let's get this over with. 33%. I don't think that that's going to work out. Oh my god. Our Mimic Beacon tanks on and on and on. Oh. Yeah, that was foreseeable. I mean, he's marked and has taken about 10 shots by now. So I'm actually not mad about that. It would have been too much of a stretch to ask for more. All right, so now the new tactic is slowly but surely wiggle them down. Move over here means we have a flank on him. Moving over here means we're out of trouble. We're in full cover, which is good enough now. Come on, kill this guy. Good job. Roby delivers. Very nice. 31% is not going to work out. I'd love to use this here as a wonderful opportunity to flank, but the game does not like me in these positions. We could move over here and therefore force them back in, take a couple of shots, but this back and forth gets tiresome. That being said, however, I think we only have one more guy here, and if we actually could take this route, we would be able to flank the officer. So let's move back in. Sirkim is really moving a little bit back and forth here. We can't hit them. The Overwatch is most likely only going to injure him and not kill him, so we're going to hunker down. I don't want another lucky crit or any shots onto him. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Told you, hunker down is the right way to go. So we have an Overwatch here. But this here is very, very promising. Before we go with that, let's start with Renman. Renman anyways has only one target. I want to keep him in full cover. He still has enough hit points, I mean that's fine. Ah, too bad. If we'd move over, probably not going to work. I really don't like taking shots into high cover. Okay, not going to work out. Let's use the 8 protocol on Zirkim. We still have the slash and can again abuse the wall there. 3 shots with about 30 to 40%. Yeah, one of them hits. That's statistically reasonable. So let's do another reasonable thing, which is to use an 88% chance, trigger the Overwatch on a run with a nice little shield that shouldn't hit. Yep. He gets a -20 from running, and he gets another -20 from the shield. And there we go, we killed him perfectly. Okay. Beautifully executed. We are looking at a very, very long fight. Somehow we're still alive, although we triggered 3. In all fairness, we had been incredibly lucky. And now it is slowly but surely time to advance. Move into full cover, seize the opportunity. 30% chance is still good against against an ensured kill. If we would hit, this guy would die. Moving over here gives us better angles, and although that's only 25% shot, the pistol would still kill him. Not a hit. Zirkin moves over, off cover. He's not currently marked. So we take an Overwatch here. Could advance up to here or here. Could also go aggressive and basically go all in, but that would be a problem with this guy. We're not having run and gun, and the slashing spots. I mean, one is here, which directly calls out for him moving over here. We still have an Overwatch, but I think he'll take his chances and still move here. We would be flanked, so it's not worth it. Moving into half cover kind of asks for trouble. But I want to get the attention away from random. That's a 40% chance. Good enough. So, we're down to one overwatching enemy. And all we need to do is get him out of his Overwatch.
Not even close. Rock and roll.
Since we have solid cover and he's not hitting our Mimic Beacon at the moment, we are in a superior position. Although we are taking like really bad shots, he hasn't acted last turn. He's probably going to Overwatch again. And it's just a matter of time until one of these shots is going to hit.
Locked and loaded.
We haven't been lucky this round. He took the bait, went for the easy hit. And now it's our time to shine. We have no cover whatsoever. And that is because we destroyed every single little bit of it. We need to hit at least once in order to go in. There we go. That's the hit that we needed.
Burning through ammo fast.
There's the 8 protocol in case something goes sour. Well, was needed really.
Status confirmed.
Can't believe that we survived that one.
Is secure.
I mean, yeah, whatever. We had been lucky and unlucky at the same time. Pulling 3 packs at this point in the game should have been a very, very secure death. We had been incredibly lucky with the zombies twice. One time even outside of our turn, kind of using an extra action whilst being panicked, and then the sector is getting pounded from Ranvin. That was crazy. Okay, cool. So we get either Blade Master, which might be an okay-ish thing to do. We can't afford Phantom really. If we're 4-manning, I can't go for a Scout, so might as well go for the Blade Master thing. It's fine because the Blade will then at least deal more damage than our Ballistic Weapons, so there's some logic behind it. It would have been okay to go with that. We need Medical Protocol, there's no question about it. And yeah, only 6 days. Well, that's not bad. Plus, we have a nice little bond. Super high cohesion.
Complete combat missions together, their compatibility will grow and can eventually develop into a lasting bond. Commander, the media is a powerful
The other ones seem to like themselves as well. Like each other as well. And yeah, that was the second mission, guys. We got an engineer. And I will certainly update you on what is happening. So, see you in the next mission.